In the language of flowers, a posy of violets means everlasting love. Marigolds communicate with the dead. They're rich in vitamin C and great for bones and teeth, both of which the dead no longer need. Nasturtium can help cleanse a dirty mouth. Just a couple of flowers on top of your lunch can stop you from saying fuck so much. Dandelions symbolize happiness. They have a sharp and pointy taste and are perfect with a sweet jam. First pick the dandelion leaves and the dandelion flowers. Douse a slice of bread with a dollop of strawberry jam and sprinkle the yellow sparks all over. All of the 5 taste groups, sour, sweet, bitter, salty, and savory, are combined in this sandwich. If you're an optimist, double the dandelions. If you're a pessimist, double the jam. I love a snowstorm in Maine. The white cleaning up the landscape. I like to think about white being all of the colors in the color spectrum combined. A rainbow hiding under a sheet of snow. Time feels suspended. It's when I am most creative. Just like the flowers, quietly gathering intelligence underground. I missed this last year and I felt devastated. I kept driving by it every day, thinking, oh, I'll stop later. And then it rained one night and it was gone. It's a reminder to pay attention to today and not put it off until tomorrow. You know, to call that person, because tomorrow is different. The color yellow will always remind me of my best friend Mary. It was her favorite color. More gold than yellow. Golder than gold. Just like her. In Maine, forsythia is the first color of spring. Mary and I crawl into the middle of the luminous yellow blooming in the backyard. The light paints us gold as we breathe in that yellow. And Mary tells me she doesn't feel so great, that she's tired all the time. But you can't be sad sitting in the middle of an iridescent forsythia bush. It just won't allow it. And then look over the hill. Okay, and then like lean back, sleep. That's it. You're like a little nest. Beautiful. 6 weeks later, Mary is diagnosed with leukemia. She's 34 years old. She has a bone marrow transplant, but the disease comes back. Of course she will live, I think. No one knows more about living. Years ago, I found an old disco ball at Goodwill, and over time, I've made numerous pictures with it. But mostly, I just like to live with it, each morning filling the room with 1,000 rings of hope. Orchids have always been used to nourish the heart. Some doctors believe you're born with a predetermined amount of heartbeats, and once you've used them up, that's that. As Mary's world becomes more and more restricted, she texts and FaceTimes, asking me to send pictures. Each day I go out and make something to send to her. Each day she asks me to send more. As she loses her senses, I want her to experience them through my pictures. An explosion of color and life. I feel useful.
I would have made a great picture if you'd actually fallen. Stare at that last bit of the sky. That's it. It's beautiful.
I'm obsessed with red. Red is a jolt to the eyes. But you have to use red sparingly, not abuse its power and dim its light. Orange works as a substitute, but it's just not as pure. It needs to be a pure red, with not too much blue weighing it down. A red with more yellow to lift it up, highlighting its power. There's a precedent for being drawn to color when dying or surrounded by death. The artist Joseph Albers dedicated his last years to the study of color, publishing Interaction of Color in his mid-70s. Derek Jarman wrote Chroma, a journal of his garden through color while dying of AIDS. On one visit to see Mary in the hospital, I hang prisms in the window. In the afternoon, for a brief 20 minutes, her room fills with rainbows, a gift of light. It becomes her favorite time of day. Typically, I like wild English gardens where everything grows on top of each other. There's a history in the trees. But here, at the Dahlia farm, every row is organized, spaced and tagged. There are rows in every possible color, except blue and black. There are 42 Dahlia species in a host of different shapes. Soft and rounded, spiky Sputnik, star-shaped, hand-dipped, ball-headed, dinner plates, curved and tucked. At the farm, I see a clearing in the trees. I take the path, and there, like a portal to another world, is the Dahlia compost heap. Dahlias die from the back, their faces still perfect while their undersides decay. They're dead-headed while seemingly in their prime. This compost heap is a 40-foot-long teardrop of color. The flowers pulse, and I feel like an astronaut looking at the Earth from space. In the weeks that follow, I lie in bed tossing and turning, unable to sleep, as I think about the compost heap of dahlias, wanting to know what it looks like in the moonlight. I visit it first thing in the morning and return again at noon. I make portraits at sunset and landscapes at dawn. I sit beside it, trying to write about what I'm seeing. I think about all the pictures I've missed, all the pictures I'm missing right now. This place haunts me. when Mary dies, a wave of hot pink magenta rushes through me. It lasts only a second, but when the color takes over my body, I know she's gone. A friend gives me 10 red ranunculus, and I weep on my knees before them. The petals crowd each other like skin around a wound, and the color pulses in and out, a ventilator. I hook myself up to the flowers and I feel the intravenous color warm through my veins. On this life support I can breathe. Some mornings when I miss her, I put on her shoes and walk around in them to feel the shape of her toes, different from mine. I wear them for just a few minutes so as not to lose her imprint. Losing Mary reminds me to eat all the flowers, celebrate the slant of the light, cry over the blue dusk, and live. If you add up all those shutter speeds of 500th and 1/25th of a second, a life's work totals 6 seconds. Make them all count. Roses are ancient. It takes courage to plant roses. They're the perfect flower for repairing the heart. Your heart can renew, but only 1% a year. So at the end of your life, there'll be traces of everyone you've ever loved in it. One year later, we scatter Mary's ashes off an island in the Penobscot Bay. Her ashes are pink. Not the neon pink that rushed through me that day the year before, but a very pale pink. A friend beside me says her dad's ashes were dark grey, with a weight to them of the things left unsaid. But Mary's ashes are a fine powder, and they shimmer in the sunlight as they're released into the air. I want to believe that we are all energy and that she will always be there, just in a different form. But the body is not nothing. The body is everything, and I desperately miss her. We give flowers when there are no words.